Hello and welcome back once again to my take. I'm Saddam Hussain. We carry on with CBSE board economics, macroeconomics. We're continuing with the second unit of macroeconomics, that is money and banking. In the last video, we have seen the meaning of money. Today we discuss what exactly is the barter system. What exactly is CC economy? What are the drawbacks of barter system or barter economy, or what problems people faced in the barter system? Okay, let's start the video. What exactly is barter system? What is barter economy or what is CC economy? Very simple, exchange of goods for goods is known as barter exchange. Exchange of goods for goods or goods and services for goods and services is called barter exchange. Exchange of goods and goods is called barter exchange. The economy which is following barter system is called barter economy, or we can call it as CC economy. C stands for commodity, another C stands for commodity, commodity to commodity, the exchange of goods for goods, commodity for commodity, CC economy. The economy which follows barter system is called barter economy, barter system, exchange of goods for goods. What are the drawbacks of barter system? Why we didn't continue with the barter economy or barter system? Barter system had lot of difficulties, lot of problems. We'll discuss these problems in brief in this video. It's not possible to put all the drawbacks in one video, it becomes too lengthy. So we'll divide it into parts and please watch other videos to understand this. We'll briefly tell you what are the drawbacks of barter system. You can see on the board. The first problem is lack of common unit. Lack of common unit. The second one, you watch it on the video, on the board, what are the problems of barter system. The first one is lack of common unit. The second one is lack of double coincidence of wants. The third one is difficult future payments, or we call them as deferred payments. The fourth one is lack of storing. And the last point is fraction payments not possible under barter system. We'll see one by one what these are. The first one, you have lack of common unit. Lack of common unit. What is common unit? What exactly you mean by lack of common unit? These days, you have common unit. You measure all the commodities, all the goods and services in terms of money. When you talk about pen, you say it is 50 rupees or 10 rupees or 20 rupees or 100 rupees. That is in terms of money, unit of value. Under barter system, there is no unit of value. How will you say the value of a commodity? When we say car, the value of the car is rupees 5 lakhs or maybe 10 lakh rupees. Under barter system, there is no common unit of value to measure commodities. So it was big difficult to measure the commodities. They always say commodity for commodity. One commodity is measured in terms of another commodity. You cannot say a pen is equivalent to a car, can you? You can't say your shoe is equal to a house. What is equal to what? Unit. These days we measure in terms of money, so it's become much easier. Lack of common unit, that's the first thing. Lack of common unit. Under barter system, there is no common unit to measure the commodities. These days we have a rupee, a currency, we have money to compare one commodity in terms of another commodity. For example, a pen may be 100 rupees or 50 rupees, a car is rupees 5 lakhs, that is 5 lakhs, that is common unit of value. Money has solved this problem. The second one, you have lack of double coincidence of wants. What it means, double coincidence of wants? It was the biggest difficulty under the barter system. That means both the seller and buyer should be willing to buy and sell what they have. Suppose you have a cow and the other person has an elephant. The fellow who wants to sell his elephant should give it to the person who wants to exchange a cow for elephant. That means both should be in need of each other's commodities. That is double coincidence. It's a very rare occasion. If the fellow who has a cow, he wants to buy a car, he can't get it in exchange for an elephant. That's a double coincidence of wants, which is very rare. These days money has solved this problem. The fellow who has a cow can sell it cow to anyone who gives him the best price in terms of money and buy a car or whatever he likes it in giving that money at the best bargain. That is lack of double coincidence of wants. And difficult future payments are deferred payments. Under barter system, future payments or deferred payments is not possible, such as pensions, such as salaries, such as dividends, such as any future payments. You can't pay under barter system because the value of the commodities will come down, they deteriorate. You can't keep your vegetables, you can't keep your animals for long duration to pay someone. It's not possible under barter system. But money has solved this problem. You can give him a check, you can give him a demand draft, anything to make the future payments. It's possible these days. Lack of storing. This is another major problem under barter system. Storing is not possible. You can't store food grains. You can't store vegetables. You can't store fruits. You can't store animals because they lose their value. They may deteriorate and they may die. That's not possible. But you can store money because its value will remain the same even after a year, 2 years or 10 years. The value of the money will remain the same. Fraction payments are not possible under barter system. It's impossible to make fracture payments. You can't cut animals to make the fracture payments. Money, it's possible to make any kind of fracture payments. So what we learned, we'll be discussing these things in detail part by part, each as an individual question to make you understand easily, to make you learn. And the notes, we are putting it on the board itself. You can take a snapshot and learn it. Now I'll conclude what exactly is a barter system, what exactly is a barter economy, and what is a CC economy, what are the drawbacks of barter system, how money has overcome it quickly, what is a commodity exchange for commodities is known as barter exchange. Goods are exchanged for goods, that is barter system. The economy which is following barter system is called CC economy, commodity for commodity or barter economy. What are the drawbacks of barter system? We'll be discussing in detail now. Just to give you the headlines. Number 1, lack of double coincidence of wants, which is not possible. Then deferred payments or future payments are not possible. Lack of unit of value is not possible. Deferred payments, I told you, future payments are not possible. Fraction payments are not possible. Under barter system, we can't store the commodities. These are some of the difficulties you have to understand these points. So in the board examination, what they do, they won't ask you all the drawbacks of barter system as one question. It becomes too lengthy. They divide it into small parts for maybe for 3 marks. They can ask you as explain the drawback of lack of coincidence of double want in the barter system, how money has overcome, or exchange unit of value, why it is not possible under barter system, how money has overcome. This way, so watch other videos too to understand. Write down in your notebook and learn, which becomes much easier for you. That's all we have in this small video. Till we meet next time, goodbye. Take proper care. Do comment on our videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share with your friends, which will be of highly useful content for your board examinations. That's very important. And do write in the comment box what type of videos you want, what difficulties you find in class 12 economics. We'll try to help you out. Best of luck. Bye-bye, guys.